Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to season 12 of Community. Community is a podcast by SafeSource Africa. We tell stories of giving, generosity, and philanthropy by Africans across this entire globe. Season 12 is focusing on generous movers. By this, we mean people that are using the gift of mobility for good causes. Today, my guest is my friend, my buddy, my tight, my, they call them what? Peeps, those ones. Penny Sanyu, a.k.a. Penrop, a.k.a. Penelope, a.k.a. what other?
Oh my God.
Penny, please tell our guests who you are. Tell us a bit about yourself.
How do you even talk about yourself after such an introduction?
Penny, people are listening.
When I'm not... Well, this is, oh gosh. How do you people take Jackie seriously? But anyway, I'm Penelope Sanyu. Please ignore all the naysayers who say Penrop, Penslop, Pentelope, whatever it is that they say because of their poor schools. I am Penelope Sanyu. I am a lover, I'm a giver, I am a play enthusiast, I am a philanthropist, I am a fun-loving human being. I don't like titles, but I think that I consider myself everyone's best friend. Like, you need a penny in your life, literally, for everything. I am your go-to girl.
She's a fixer, so if you need, a hookup, she's the lady to go to. Penny, we're so glad to have you on our podcast as our guest.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What I know you for, among many other things, is that you're a play enthusiast. So tell us, where does that come from? How did that start?
I don't even know how to answer questions like this because it's weird. Play is not a thing you turn on and turn off. Mm-hmm. For me,
play is for some.
Yeah, for many people. Mm-hmm. So for me, it's difficult to say when did this start because I think I have always played. Mm-hmm. Always. For as long as I've existed, I have played. I know that if you ask people who have been in my life from, those days, and I'm not that old, so for all of my 18 years, people will tell you that I have... I've always been playful. I'm constantly playing and play not in the traditional way of, you have a structured space where you go and play football or play kwepena or something. It's that I tinker with things. I play with all sorts of ideas, all sorts of things, all sorts of people, all sorts of environments. Mm-hmm. And so... play for me is a lifestyle as opposed to a thing that you do as a thing you schedule. It's when I wake up in the morning, my play is turned on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And so you started Qweshunga. For those who have never heard about it, what is that about?
So Qweshunga is literally translated play. It's a Runyankole Runyachitara word to mean playfulness. And I thought that the reason we're having the problems we're having today, especially as adults, the stress, the mental problems, the fights at work, the terrible relationships that we build, the inconsistency in who we are, even in our identity, is because we don't play enough. Mm-hmm. So I thought that if my life is the way it is, and I think I'm really living a good life, if my life is the way it is, then I need to give an opportunity to other people out there to explore the child in them and just reactivate the child they buried. Mm-hmm. Just bring back play to the center of everything that you are, so that it activates the beautiful parts of who you are, and gives you the opportunity to live life to the fullest. So I started Qweshunga as a movement to lure adults back into a space of childlike faith, childlike abandon, and just loving on yourself, being true, authentic, and purposeful about life.
Wow.
Yeah.
So why is it important to, because the reason we're adults is you want to leave that child behind. You want to now be serious. You know how everybody tells you act your age.
Yes.
So we want to act our age, right? And so really acting our age means leave childish things. But you said childlike.
Yes.
So what makes it important to connect back to that child?
If you observe children, I think that the first language children ever use is play. So for me, the basis of play is as a language, as a communication tool. When you put kids in the room, it doesn't matter if they know each other, if they speak the same language, if they come from the same home, somehow they will figure out how to tinker with a toy. They've forged their own language to communicate. Even when they are unable to utter words, they are able to sit with themselves and come up with a thing they connect with, and that is play. When we grow up, we start to focus on the seriousness of how things should be. We philosophize life. Yeah. We want to come up with reasons why I should sit next to this person and not next to this one. We want to, and that takes away the fun and the simplicity of life. Yeah. So I think for me, my call is for people to just be like children. Yeah. Walk into the room, you don't have to know me, come and grab my toy. And instead of fighting you, we are going to have a conversation in whatever language we choose to have that conversation in, around that toy. Whether we are fighting for it or trying to figure out how we work together and play with this toy, we are communicating. And so for me, the big picture is that how do we build relationships? How do we build community? How do we build on the things that we love, like work, like adulting, like, everything that we consider the adult thing to do? How do we center that around play and have fun while we are doing it?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Wow. Make play, not war.
Yes.
Come play.
Yes.
Yeah, throw away the guns and play a little. No, I totally feel you. And so how long has Qweshunga been going? And do you think people are getting it?
So Qweshunga is a behavioral change. So play, like any movement, you're building, and building is not a thing that happens in one night. It's not a thing that's going to happen in one day. Qweshunga has, it's September actually, because on 7th September is when we started Qweshunga 3 years ago. So we're turning 3
Where the party at? Where the party at?
We're turning 3 this year. And
yes.
I think that whereas it's not yet where I envision it to be, I believe that we've sown good seeds. And so first year was for clearing the land, second year was for planting the seed, and now we are beginning to watch the garden, right? Yes. We're beginning to explore different other things to get people interested in having play as a lifestyle as opposed to a structured thing, and also using play as a tool for community building and for organizing and for communicating and for living full lives. So if you asked me about impact, I would say there's so many people who are playing today. I have seen so many Ugandans come up with games. Everybody is creating a game. Everybody is creating some sort of thing. Everybody is going out. Everybody is starting a bar. All those are forms of play. And for me, I am proud to say that Qweshunga has, in one way or another, inspired that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And in fact, your tagline is
inspire, play, and live. Because if you don't inspire people and if you're not playing, then you're not living.
Yeah. So now I want us to then segue from Qweshunga.
Yes.
Using play then to advance good causes. So how did that happen? How did that leap happen? How did that start?
So Ugandans or Africans or people are generally giving people. Like we are inclined to give over time, over things, of everything that we are, right? And we constantly give. Sometimes, and I know people listening will agree with me, that sometimes you give so much of yourself, it begins to feel like a chore. It's tiring, it's exhausting. Yes. You begin to dread those phone calls. You begin to feel like, oh my God, why? Why am I the only one people come to? Why am I the only one people ask? And so I thought that allowing people to understand the fusion between entertainment and altruism is key in helping people understand that I can have fun while giving to good causes in society. And so we started by asking people to come play with us as they gave towards the Angaza program, which is a program run by Forte, 40 Smiles, or 40 Days Over 40 Smiles in Uganda, for children's literacy. Like, you know, you can come and give your 20,000 shillings. You have given. That's good. You're feeling good about yourself. But we also want to give back to you. So come play. Come jump on bouncing castles for adults. Come do a water slide for adults. There are no children watching. There's no one judging you. Just come become that child, but also give back to a good cause. And so when we started out 3 years ago, we started with giving to Angaza. The year that followed, the Angaza space had grown, and we thought, okay, one of my escapes as a child was books. Because I felt that nobody understood me. Nobody could give me... I come from a not so wealthy background. And so I never dreamt I would ever be on a plane to a country somewhere. I never dreamt I would be... But reading these books, I was on beaches in California, in wherever. I was watching sunsets, sipping pina coladas. I was falling in love with tall, dark, and handsome men. I was in my world. I was at my absolute best through books.
You can tell the genre Penny, right? Mills and Boone, those ones, yes.
Yes, I am a romance addict. So, yes. but yeah, I thought so many people don't have the opportunity to travel through books, and so let's have a play event where people come and give towards the buying of books, or setting up a library that people can access books and play with their minds and imagination and expand a certain area of their lives. And then we could, build that as a fun-loving activity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And what was it like putting this together?
Because
it's one thing to play, it's another to
get other people playing,
yes. And generosity.
It's difficult. One, there's this stereotype that if you're playful, you're childish, you're stupid, you're unserious, you don't have things to do. There's this whole narrative that playful adults are people who are unserious. I believe that playful adults are children that never allowed themselves to die, and that's a very good thing. Wow. Even the Bible says that if you're going to enter the kingdom of God, you need to be like a child. Be like a child. So there's something to learn about children. And so if we become these children every day, and not a thing that we turn on. So one of my biggest concerns has been even with institutions. We only do CSR at the end of the year, yes, because that's the thing that is big and we are giving. Yes. How about if we did that every day of our lives? With the way we give our service providers, the way we give our staff, the way we give our beneficiaries, the way we give our clients, so that it's play is embedded in our programming rather than play being an activity we do for team building. And so it's not a one-off thing we do once a year to tick a box. It's a thing we do every single day, because our principles, our reality, our identity is built on play. And because we play and have fun, we inspire people. And because we inspire people, we live healthy lives, and the cycle continues. So it's been difficult getting people to a space where you understand that you can have fun while giving, but you can also give while having fun. And for me, I can trace this back. I mean, if we go back to history, people hunted. They hunted for a cause. It wasn't just hunting. Hunting was a form of play. Yes. So in hunting, they built stories, they told stories, they came up with songs, they were creative, they did all these things. But after the hunt, then we sat as community and shared the meal. The meat was shared with everybody in community, and that is philanthropy. Yes. Right? Yes. So why did we lose that? Yeah. Why did we lose that? How did we lose it? And how do we get it back? So how do we go back to that place where we do things not for the sake of doing them, but we do them to have fun, but also to give back to community? And I think that's the essence of life. Purpose is mostly about, fulfilling a certain thing within you, but also fulfilling a higher call. And so you're called to play. You are born to play. You are born to live a magnificent life, and that life cannot happen without play. And we play differently. We play with money. We play with books. We play with alcohol. We play with... Everybody plays. It's just that we play as a turn-on, turn-off switch. The call is to play as a lifestyle, so that I am giving, not because I'm compelled to give by some reason. I am giving because it's who I am.
Yeah. And play is embedded right there. So I know from part of your history that you yourself have been a generous mover. So besides Qweshunga, I know that you climbed a mountain way back when. So
more than one. Oh my God.
No, but there's the one that was for acres.
Yes.
So can you tell us a bit about that?
So, oh my God, I feel old. I said I was 18 and she's taking me back to all those many years. But we shall not talk about the age. So many years ago, we decided, Jackie put together, of course, as always, a group of 5 people. We were 5. We decided to climb Mount Rwenzori, and we thought that climbing in itself was good for us, but we needed to play a bit more with the community. And so, how about we involve the community in giving towards a cause? And so we raised money for mattresses. Forte again was, oh my God, Esther Kalenzi, if you're hearing this, you owe us. Forte was building a dormitory for disadvantaged children, and we needed to buy mattresses to fill that dormitory up. So we asked people to contribute to this cause, and that was our fundraising drive towards our climb. And we said, we will climb to the peak and you will contribute to buying the mattresses. I'm really summarizing this real quick, but I think that even on that mountain, because climbing mountains, if you climbed, it's not easy, it's difficult. But every time we felt like giving up, we remembered we promised people we were hitting the peak, and we are doing this for getting mattresses for people, so for children, and we must get to the top. Oh yes, we did get to the top, so we are proud. Rwenzori peak, whatever, heaters or whatever it's called, but we got there. We got there, and we did buy the mattresses for children. So it feels good to do something for a good cause, but also to rally people around you to join you in your cause, because people want to give. People love to give. Sometimes we don't know where, how, and when to do it, and so championing that.
And now I remember actually that we did play along the way.
All the time. There was nothing to do. You see, today people have Wi-Fi but we didn't have all that stuff. Yes. So we sang songs. We coined. Oh my God, we need to launch our
mountain album. So and I wanted us to sing one of the songs. Oh God. We have decided to climb this mountain. Ready, steady. Like, we have to do this because people were not on that mountain in that.
So for people who don't even understand what's going on right now, time does not shift on the mountain. That's number one. So we would go to bed and wake up and it's just 9 p.m. and we slept at like 6 p.m. literally. So it's dark, it's cold, you're bored, you're alone, you have no network. And so we decided to tell stories. After all our many stories from generations and ancestors were done, it was still just 10 p.m. Oh my God. And then we slept a little, and you wake up and it's just 11 p.m. and you still have to wait for 6 a.m. So we composed songs. Yeah, the creative in us was rebirthed. And we composed songs, and one of those songs was we decided to remake the Christian version of this song into Climbing the Mountains. So ready, steady.
We have decided to climb this mountain. We have decided to climb this mountain. We have decided to climb this mountain. No turning back, no turning back.
Oh, then we
Then there was
decided to
Elena
put over
before
Elena
me.
before me, over something behind me. Oh my God, yeah. It was such a cool time.
Yes,
it
it
was a
was.
cool time.
Yes, it
but
was.
yeah, we are launching that album.
We are.
Tuonjek, Stabaro, Joy, wherever you
And
are,
Michelle.
We need to hit the studio.
I know, right? a reunion, what is it called? A reunion tour of the mountain.
We must do this as a reunion Qweshunga event.
I
Yes.
know.
But well, back to whatever we're talking about, Jackie.
So as we wind down this conversation, Penny, when play touches generosity or is combined with generosity, what emerges? What emerges in your mind, in your heart?
So one of the things that I know for sure is that people become alive when they feel that they are connected to a bigger thing, right? So we have all these things that we believe in. We have all these things that we are connected to. We have all these things that we are a part of. And we are a part of these things because we believe we are making a contribution towards some big futuristic thing. And so
It's a cause bigger than ourselves.
yes, that it's not just about me.
Yeah.
I'm a small person. I'm just one thing. And so if I connect this to the web and somehow begin to turn on and activate the switches, it can go beyond what I can even imagine. And so play activates that part of us that helps us believe in the imaginative space. So play for imagination, play for parenting, play for community building, play as a language, play as a tool for communication, play as a tool for movement building, play as a currency, because play is also one of the ways we love on people, right? If I spend time playing with you, literally, I am loving on you.
Yes,
so
yes.
play as a way to build and communicate and allow people to be their true selves. So for me, I imagine this world where people don't just do things for the sake of doing them. People do these things because I love to do these things. That's play. When you love to do something, when you go out and do that thing, you're playing with that
It doesn't
thing.
feel
Because
like
it doesn't
work.
feel like work.
Yes,
it's not
yes,
hectic.
yes.
It's not stressful.
Yeah.
And if we only understood that, then we would relate better with people. We would even in simple relationships. I mean, even romantic relationships. If your girlfriend, boyfriend is a thing or are an activity, like it's a chore. Oh, I have to call Jackie. Oh, I have to text Jackie. Now I have to check on Jackie. But if you do it out of play, out of the love of play, out of, I was just going about my business and I thought I should check on you.
Yeah.
That's more realistic. That's more fun. That's more curious. That's more constructive. And so as a society, as Africans, as Ugandans, as people who are in the business of giving, as people who are in the business of building community and serving community and doing all the beautiful things that we do out there, how do we play? How do we communicate play? How do we talk about play? Because every time adults talk about play, it's from a demeaning point of view. So how do we talk about play?
Yeah.
How do we talk about play in relation to giving? How do we talk about play in relation to building community? How do we talk about play in relation to building people? Because again, when I said, and I'm attacking companies right now, because when I said we only do play as a team building exercise every quarter, like every time we have a staff retreat, we will play. Only then. But every day, what is your work culture for play?
Yes.
What is the play culture at your workplace?
Yes.
What's the play culture in your kitchen, in your meals, in how you feed? What's the play culture in how you give? What's the play culture in how you relate with people, in how you build romantic relationship, in how you build family, in how you... what is your play culture as a person? So even as we wind up, for me, my question and my challenge to everybody that's listening to us is define your play culture. Find out what that looks like for you and go out there and play like it's the only thing you were put on earth to do.
Wow. Thank you, Penny. And as you play, give.
Yes,
as you play, give. Thank you so much. Thank you, our listeners, for listening to us. I hope you have a playful rest of the season. Join us as we play. Join us in the songs. Join us in the dance. Whatever it is, move your body for good. Till next Thursday. Bye-bye.